A week ago, one of my clients sent me an Instagram story. A famous fashion blogger in Lithuania, a fashion icon, was filming how she and her 4-year-old daughter were making a behavior calendar. The little girl says into the camera, "If I behave badly, we will mark it with a cross." Can you imagine? A modern woman with hundreds of thousands of followers still does it. The old system is still here, right in front of you. It hasn't gone anywhere. For generations, a woman was valued only for her ability to satisfy others' needs. Be quiet, be useful, be kind, and that's all. And I see it now. I see it every day in women who come to me. Exactly the same pattern. Their grandmothers learned to stay and bear even if it hurt. And it absolutely didn't matter what they felt. It passed down from generation to generation. Mothers taught their daughter to smile instead of speak, to stay silent instead of ask, to be always open, even if it meant swallowing themselves. That's why so many women nowadays confuse being open with melting into others. Of course, in some women, this program goes deeper, and some are more rebellious. It all depends on a birth chart. But the context we live in still whispers, be kind, be nice, be polite, be available, smile, live for others. It still happens now. That's why when I say be happy when your child is disobedient, I mean it. Because if she does, you just don't realize the consequences of being an obedient child. It means she's always scanning what others want from her, not what she wants. She's always scanning mood of others. When to stay silent, when to speak. She's already not moving with her own rhythm. And with time, she will just move further and further from it. And when she grows up, she won't even remember what her natural rhythm was. She will move through life in roles: a good mother, a good daughter, a good wife, a good professional, a good achiever, a good friend. All she does and thinks is directed towards to be good, not to be yourself, not to get closer to your core, to your soul. She becomes a function, a role itself, a servant of tasks. How can such a woman be magnetic? How can such a woman feel pleasure? How can such a woman tell the difference between her desires and the ones society tells her to have? Impossible. As her whole life is built not from her own timing, not from her own inner structure that matches her energy. And you can live like this for years, until your body starts hurting, until you feel tired all the time and half alive. You know what I mean? Not dead, but not alive, not in full power. An ever fading flower. All because all day long you are leaking into everyone's needs. Family, work, society. You are like a plane that never gets a chance to land. And this is what I rebuild. The place inside of you where you can finally land. There are 3 stages. First, I ask you about your current rhythm. Then I restore your own natural rhythm and send it to you. And then we meet and integrate it practically into your everyday life.